Just two pieces from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross again. This is about a woman who she interviews. She said that the only reason that kept her still alive was her husband's inability to accept the fact that she had to die. She was angry at him for not facing it, and for so desperately clinging on to something that she was willing and ready to give up. I translated to her that she wished to detach herself from this world, and she nodded gratefully, and I left her alone. Then in the interview with her husband, when I asked him about the patient's needs rather than his own, he sat in silence. He slowly began to realize that he never listened to her needs, but took it for granted that they were the same. He could not comprehend that a patient reaches a point when death comes as a great relief, and that patients die easier if they are allowed and helped to detach themselves slowly from all the meaningful relationships in their lives. Another case. I was with my elderly aunt during her last illness. This is from Raymond Moody's files, which was very drawn out. I helped take care of her, and all the time everyone was praying for her to regain her health. She stopped breathing several times, but they brought her back. Finally, one day, she looked at me and said, "Gene, I have been over there, over to the beyond, and it is beautiful over there. I want to stay, but I can't as long as you keep praying for me to stay with you. Your prayers are holding me over here. Please don't pray anymore." We all did stop, and shortly after that, she died. So, it is important that we don't pray that people live. We should pray that the soul is filled with light. And if this light heals the being, that's great. And if this light quickens the departure, that's great. You see, because otherwise it's projecting our need onto the other person. So rather than praying, "Oh, let this person live," just pray, "Let this person be filled with divine light." And that divine light knows better than we know whether that person should stay in the body or not, because often leaving the body is the healing which needs to take place. It's the greatest healing. Now, if the person is able to confront death, what more can we do? Until now we said that we can bring cassettes, we can bring music, plants, posters, icons, have them food, anything that they need. If they can face death, first of all, we can discuss with them the practical considerations about their last will and testament. Are there any changes? Have they made a will? Do they want to make any changes in that will? And discuss with them how the family will continue or how the work will continue. Secondly, we can discuss with them the various beliefs which are available, or truths or knowledge which is available about what happens after death. Because as we said, it's as if they're going to go on a trip. So if you know someone that's going to New York, you might buy them a map of New York. You might buy them a tour guide of New York. So, you know, you can go here and you'll see that, you will notice this, okay? So to help them, and especially useful might be the previous cassettes of this seminar, in which all of these details are discussed. Also, books on this subject will be useful. Thirdly, we can give space to this person, give this person the opportunity to discuss his or her emotions about leaving. This active listening. How do they feel about this? Do they have any regrets? Do they have any fears? And allow them to release these. People, when they talk about the things that bother them, often that tension is released. So giving them the opportunity to speak about the feelings that they are having at this moment. They're feeling injustice, whatever they are feeling. And if possible, if you have this ability, a combination of active listening and the meaftiki of Socrates, that is, learning to ask questions which not only help this person discover what they feel, but guide them, if possible, to the spiritual truths which will release them from those emotions. Because we are strange beings. We have great conflict within us. We believe some things, such as in our continuation after death, such as in a divine justice, but on the other hand, our emotions do not reflect what we believe. Our emotions are a function of another belief system, which exists in the subconscious. Right? So, if we can help that person each time we talk to connect with the conscious belief system, his faith about the justice of divine law, about his continuation after death, this will help this person to face it more deeply, more peacefully.